He said, "Hey, little mama, let me just bring you here. Tell you something that you might want to hear. Free real estate."
Welcome to episode 17 of the Tell Us Something Good podcast. I'm Purple, she, her, snack lover extraordinaire, and this is my co-host.
Where is she? Oh, hi, I'm Tiffany. She, her. I'm your least favorite Twitch streamer and general do-gooder. I come over here once a week with my friend Purp over here. We talk about what made us happy that week, we tell a positive news story, and we just kind of vibe. And we try to help you get through this hellish landscape that is the world at this current state. So, Purp, it's nice to see you. We had some technical difficulties. We're recording about 12 hours later than we normally would.
Just a little bit.
And over 24 hours than when we wanted to.
Also
but that's
true.
okay, because one thing about Purp and I, we're flexible. We see a problem and we tackle it.
Yeah. Yeah. I realize you can, yeah. I was like, I have a sleeve.
We're so strong.
I try.
What are you up to now, Purp? What have you been getting into? What have you been up to? Have you been reading anything new? Drinking anything new?
Let's see. So I thought about this yesterday. Okay, so drinking, I did down a grapefruit. No, a citrus fresca before I came in here.
You love your fucking fresca. You and a fucking I know a fresca hates to see you come in.
I think it's because my best friend, she's pregnant and she's been really downing the fresca, and so I think I've just been getting the fresca sympathy from her, and so I'm just like, okay, let's go now. Here we are.
Not the fresca sympathy pregnancy cravings.
Yeah. It's
I hate when I get those.
It happened with her first. It was taco salad, and was that it? Definitely taco salad. That's all I remember. There's something else.
You had taco salad today?
No, this was a pregnancy craving she had with her first child. Was taco salad. Yeah, but no, I had
2 children. I guess so because. Okay. Yeah. I was like, well, the one she's pregnant with is not the one you were babysitting, so.
So you think? No, just kidding. Yeah, no.
You crawled into the womb with the baby. How you doing? I'm here to watch you while your mom's at church.
That's so creepy. That's such a creepy thing. Don't mind me. Oh my god.
You pop out mid-service to go to the bathroom. You're crawling out from under her sundress.
Oh my gosh.
Under the pews and shit.
So I totally thought they were going, we're just going to let that one.
Just let it, that's probably
let it ride. Because it sounds like a horror movie.
Yeah. It's an A24 film.
I knew it. Sounds like it.
Yeah.
They actually didn't, I thought they were going to a service, but they actually were doing a meet and greet where they literally meet all the other new people that are there, and they were gone for, I think, 2.5 to 3 hours. I was
They were talking to new people for 3 hours?
Well, they're also new people. So it's I think it was, yes. Yes, basically. And they stood, and then they couldn't eat anything because they're vegan. So they didn't have, there was a fruit tray that they could have had, but they were like, nah. But yeah, so they did that. So I babysat during that time, and it was, it was okay. It was pretty chill.
I do hate when I'm a vegan going somewhere and they're like, oh, we got something for you too. And it's a fucking fruit tray. Fuck you.
Mm-hmm. Or a veggie tray. Or really any tray of
a tray.
Fruit. And
everyone's eating fucking buffalo chicken dip and I'm sitting there with fucking carrots and fucking celery. Actually, fuck you.
Because they're like, you're a rabbit. It's fine. It's good.
So just 4 pieces of romaine lettuce. And 4 baby carrots and 2 of the mini pieces of celery.
Yeah.
And like apple slices and some blueberries that are too ripe and now they're squishy and not good anymore. This is my hellish charcuterie board that I'm imagining my omnivore relatives would serve me.
Oh, shoot. Well, at least you get something more than veggies. At least you get some fruit in there, right?
Oh, yeah.
Upside.
The rotten blueberries. Love those.
Oh, they're rotten. Never mind. Okay. Forget it.
Yeah,
Forget
when
it,
blueberries
Tiff.
get
Forget
too
it.
soft,
Yeah.
the texture makes me want to actually die.
Oh, because they're all mushy. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it mushy.
I don't know anyone that does like it mushy.
Someone does.
Someone out there. More
There's
for
something.
them.
There's something for everyone out there, you know?
That's true. Like mushy blueberries.
Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good. You're fine. You're fine. I was gonna say, since I'm just drinking water, I did have the experience of having a vegan BLT today, so that was cool. Best friend made that. She heard my stomach growl, and then I usually eat when I give my nephew like lunch, and I was like because he's also vegan, right? So I'm like eating like this vegan mac and cheese, and he goes, "What are you eating?" And I was like, "The mac and cheese." And he goes, "I'm still hungry." And I was like, "Oh my gosh!" I felt like I killed a kitten or something. So I was like,
"Oh my god, I can't believe
okay."
you tried to starve that kid to death."
He was set. He had Impossible Nuggets. He had mac and cheese. He wanted some bread that he called toast, but he asked for... What did he ask for? He said cream cheese. And I was like, he's calling butter cream cheese. So I got him some plant-based butter. And no, homeboy actually meant cream cheese.
Yeah.
And it's fine. Sometimes he just says things, and I'm like, it's okay. So... But he also
the
has,
nice thing about kids, though, is that you can just lie to them. You can be like, yeah, that is the cream cheese. It's just different now. They changed the recipe.
Smart. He's really smart, though. They did have cream cheese there. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was like, oh, it's fine. And then I got to experiment with their air fryer that they had because, I mean...
Oh, I thought that was your air fryer.
No.
I got so excited.
You were so proud of me. I was like, man, she's really happy about this. I was like, no, look at it. I had to figure out how to use it, actually. I was like, I've never used this before.
Isn't it so simple?
But it is very simple. But I didn't get to try anything that was made in it because it was for him. I couldn't even have the chicken nuggets because he was like, I'm going to save them for tomorrow. And I was like, are you serious? Like, I could just, I was like, oh, I can eat these, right? And he was like, I'm going to save them for tomorrow. And I'm like,
the way I would have eaten those chicken nuggets and made them just make more chicken nuggets.
Yeah, it's because they had one bag. If they had a leftover, if they had like a second bag.
I see. So you had used the last of the bag. How old is this kid?
4. He's smart though. He looks 7. He looks and acts 7.
I can't even blame it on the hormones in the chicken. Like,
I know, right?
He's vegan.
I know. He's vegan. So, that's all good. So, I didn't really eat anything. Best friend heard my stomach growl because they came home and ate because they couldn't eat. And I feel so bad for them too. Every time they're just like, they're used to it at this point that public like gatherings or like their family aren't always going to have vegan stuff. So they usually bring their own stuff. It's just a thing you do, I guess.
Yeah. Or you eat before.
Yeah, that's usually what they try to do. But they came home and they were like, they were ravenous. They immediately were making food, and I was like, okay. And then, you know, my best friend being a mom is like momming me, and she heard my stomach growl, and she goes, "Are you hungry?" And I was like, I mean, I wasn't going to, but then your son kind of claimed ownership of all the food that I made him, so it's okay. And he also had the audacity to ask for dessert, by the way, and I was trying to convince him that a popsicle and ice cream were the same thing. And I almost had him, but he was not convinced, but I thought I almost had him. Oh.
So close.
It's okay. So close. I was like, they're both frozen, right? It's like the same thing. But then he was like, a popsicle is actually a snack. And I was like, stop it. Anywho, so yeah,
I had popsicles for dessert all the time.
Well, I tried convincing him. He wasn't budging. He wasn't.
Actually, I can't deal with this kid.
I know. He's too smart. So, yeah, I had my vegan BLT. It was like homemade bread. They didn't make it, but it was homemade like sourdough bread, I think.
Sure.
And then I had like, I don't know, it was like bacon, but it wasn't like real bacon. whatever that bacon is. I don't know. It was bacon.
Is it the Light Life bacon?
I'm sure if I saw the packaging, I would know.
Big red rectangle?
I think so.
Yeah, that's the same bacon I use for BLTs. It's actually really not that bad, especially if you put it in the air fryer and put a little, like, brush it with a little bit of oil and salt and pepper and then air fry it. It tastes just like real bacon.
Ooh. I'm not sure what she did because she prepared everything.
Because bacon has to be oily or it doesn't taste good. Like, so that I just make it oily because otherwise it's, like, not. I want my bacon to taste fatty, even though obviously there's no fat in it. Not pig fat.
No, it's good, man. It's good. Yeah, so she did that, and then she was just like, do you want me to make it for you? Do you trust me? And I was like, I mean, I kind of accepted at this point that everyone's just going to do what they want to do for me, and I should just not fight it at this point.
Just take it, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. I was like, I'm just accepting it at this point.
Baby, I'm a giver. Well, I'm going to cut that. That was sharp. That was a little sharp. Actually, fuck it. Leave it in. I'm human.
Leave it in! Leave it in!
I'm human and I've had a bad day.
That's right. Well, actually, I didn't know you had a bad day. I know you had a grump. You had some grumps. So I had that. It was good. It had a tomato. It had lettuce. It had that whatever bacon stuff on it that wasn't bacon. And then she put vegan mayo on it, and she always thinks I don't like mayo, and I'm like, it's okay. I could go with or without. But yeah. So anyway, that was my lunch I had. Yeah.
It's a nice
so
lunch.
It was pretty good. It was pretty tasty. It wasn't even that big, but it was like, I was good. So yeah, I had that. And then, so I am listening to the audiobook of Pet Sematary because it's just easier during my drives wherever I'm going.
Because that book is boring to read.
A little. Like, I thought about picking it up last night and, like, reading it, even though I'm listening to the audiobook, and I was like, I don't think I can. I think I'm just gonna put it down and then just do something else. Which, yesterday I put together my Animal Crossing Celeste Lego set because
Yay!
We were, Big Snack was putting, like, the Wi-Fi network together, like, setting all that up. Because we got a new one yesterday, because our other one was, like, 10 years old, and we thought, time to upgrade. So
proud of you. Yay.
Yeah. So this is us actually testing it right now on the pod.
This is a live test. And I will tell you guys, I know the download usually looks fine for the video, but you look while recording, you're not even fuzzy. Like, usually you get, like, pixelated and fuzzy for 90% of it, but today I really think that we nipped this problem in the bud. Oh my god, cheekbones. So oh my god, jawline.
Yeah. So, fun fact, by the way. So, when it comes to Pet Sematary, I originally thought it was Stephen King reading it, and then it's not.
It's Michael C. And the only reason I say that is because I also, when you were talking about on our original first attempt at recording, you were talking about how he does, like, all the voices, and I was like, I definitely listened to this, and I also thought it was weird that he was making the voice of the child, and, like, especially the bedroom scene.
Again, so in the first, I mentioned it in the first recording, but I was like, yeah, there's a bedroom scene. I'm sitting at a freaking intersection at 8 o'clock at night listening to this, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna turn this down right now. Not that I was blaring, but still, I'm just like...
And I said you should turn it up.
Yeah, she was like,
turn it up and put the windows down. Take your hands off the wheel.
I was like, this is so... Why? What is it taking the hands off the wheel? Even if it was a self-driving car, I wouldn't dare. I'd be like, no, I'm going to hold on tight. But, yeah. So, Michael C. Hall, if you don't know, that's the guy from Dexter, right? That's him. That's the guy.
From Dexter, from another one of my favorite TV shows, 6 Feet Under.
Oh, wait, he's in that? That's the pre...
6 Feet Under is an old HBO show about a family that owns a funeral home. And the premise of the show is that, like, the show starts and it's like a normal person's life, and then that person dies horribly, like in a grotesque way, and then the show starts, and that person's body is who's being, like, preserved at that funeral home, and, like, there's a whole storyline around it, and all the characters are fucked. Like, every character in that show is fucked. It's really fun to watch. At one point, there's, like, a severed foot. Like, the girl who lives there, she's, like, their teenage daughter. She steals a dead person's foot and puts it in her ex-boyfriend's locker because he broke up with her, but first he told her that he had a foot fetish, so she put a literal dead foot in his locker. It's so fucked. It's so fucked. God. And it's HBO. It's HBO in the early 2000s. Like, it's coming right off the heels of, like, The Sopranos. So, anyway, everyone should go watch 6 Feet Under. It's a hoot. Even if the characters are really unlikable. Like, every character is unlikable.
That's what you meant. Okay, so when you said fucked, I was like, wait, does she mean, like, they don't have a chance of survival? Like, they're fucked, no, like they have no chance? Or I'm like, oh, they're fucked up.
Like, in the head. Like, they're all mentally ill in a different special way. Oh, and in the first episode, I don't even want to tell you, because if you haven't seen it, like, the first episode is a shocker, so I don't want to tell you anything about the pilot.
Okay. Fine, don't.
Go watch it. Just go watch it. And if you did watch it, spoil it in the comments.
Spoil it away. Do it up. Let's see. So, yeah, I was listening to the audiobook of Pet Sematary, and then also a band called Heart Attack Man. I don't know why I struggle with that word. Heart Attack Man. They came out with a new album on Friday, I believe. So that was cool. I did watch this really cool little thing. So we watched this show called Mythical Morning, and then they have a sub-show called Mythical Kitchen. And
Is
then
that Lincoln Rhett?
Yeah, it's Lincoln Rhett.
Okay.
They're fun. They're fun dudes.
Yeah, they're cool. I've seen them on the Brittany Broski's Royal Court.
Oh, okay. I don't know why they'd be on there, but unless they're just like YouTubers.
They're all friends, yeah.
Oh, okay. That's cute.
Yeah.
Well, so the guy, Josh, forgot his last name, Josh, who's like the main like kitchen guy, he does these things called Last Meals, and he does like
I love Last Meals.
Yeah, Last Meals is great.
It's one of my favorite things to watch on YouTube. Brittany Broski was on that show. That's how I found it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. I'm sure I saw her in one of the thumbnails, and I probably didn't know who she was.
And Trixie Mattel was on the show.
I'm sure. Why does that name sound familiar? But I can't.
She's a really famous drag queen.
Okay.
Like Katya and Trixie.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm sure.
Oh
again, I think I saw the thumbnail.
There's so much connections in our stuff this week. I'm so excited. Okay. Sorry. Anyway, yeah. Last Meals, so good.
Yeah. So we watched. I watched. Big Snacks fell asleep, but I watched Last Meals with Serge Tankian. I think that's
I watched that one too.
Yeah, it was good. I didn't know he had a coffee company, but like it was so interesting, and I don't know, I just really liked the way he talked and the way he like explained things and talked about himself. And I like how. So if you don't know, for people that don't know, Last Meals, Josh is the host. I think basically all the time. And he's basically like, yeah, we're all going to die, but we all got to eat. Or maybe it's the other way around. I don't know. But basically, he makes all their, like, favorite meals. It's, like, basically, I think it's just, like, a three-course meal, maybe?
Yeah.
And then he interviews them as, like, they eat. And, like, it's just kind of, like, a lot of questions about their life. And then, you know, like, what's something that you'd want to do or say before you die? Or, you know, what's something that you will regret leaving behind, like just a lot of stuff surrounding death. So it's just really interesting, especially when they just have a bunch of like different famous people on there. So Serge Tankian, though, I really like him. What
I love about that show really reflects what I love about food in general, which is like how connected it is to people's pasts and people's culture, and like how people's favorite food really tells a story about who they are and how they grew up, and like that's really cool to like food is really cool like that to me. It's such a like an important thing. Like you literally need it to live, but everything you eat is shaped by like who you are and what makes you you.
That was beautiful, Tiff.
Thanks. Really I love food so much. I really do. And not in just like I'm a big bag I love to eat. I do. But like I just love the meaning behind food, and like I'm gonna get emotional. I just love food.
Okay, you get every episode just have a little emotional moment. That's okay. It's okay.
I think I don't know what's going on with me. I've been really like emotional for a week. Maybe I'm like maybe it's PMDD. Maybe I have PMDD.
What's PMDD?
It's like really bad PMS, and it lasts like longer than it normally does, like the PMS cycle before your actual period starts. But PMDD like is harsher mood swings and like stuff like that. I think I'm dealing with that.
Oh, I thought that's not. Is that like the PMS? But it's like, you know how you can say you're PMSing? I don't know. Like it's an actual real thing, but PMS is never mind.
PMDD is a more intense, it's premenstrual dysphoric disorder, which is just a more severe form of premenstrual syndrome, which is PMS, characterized by significant emotional and behavioral symptoms that interfere with daily life during the week or two. Wow, fuck. I love being a female assigned at birth.
Yeah, that's why I just say being a lady is hard, because you just never know. You never know all the things. It's okay. Let's see. Oh, I just had like a little bit of tidbit to thing. It has nothing to do with PMTD.
We can go back to last meals now. Now that we're done talking about my period, we can go back to talking about food, as I'm sure everybody wants to do now.
Hey, we can talk about periods all the time. I am totally okay with it. I just realized I forgot to mention my little things that I was talking about. Just that Sir Shankian has a coffee company and that he lived in New Zealand for half a year. I just thought those were two little interesting facts about him that I didn't know.
Oh, back to Serge actually for a second. I started listening to his autobiography.
Oh,
he just put out an autobiography and he narrates the autobiography, so you get to hear his voice for like 9 hours if you're really interested in that. He talks about how he kind of like grew up with a dad that immigrated to America and really struggled to get on his feet and like went through some bad business deals, and how like he was always an activist but not always a musician, and like how his activism is like really important to him. Like it's all in there, and the way he wants to tell, like I don't know the whole story, but I know where his grandpa's from. Like, his people went through a huge genocide, and he wants to tell that story, especially nowadays when that's such a prevalent thing.
Yeah, I didn't realize. There might be somebody out there that doesn't know who Serge Tankian is. Yeah, go ahead. He's the lead singer of System of a Down, but he also does his own stuff on the side. Because, little teenager me, like, I religiously listened to just his stuff. Ugh.
I didn't even know he did solo music, honestly. I just knew him from System.
Yeah. I think, I don't know how many albums he has, but I know one of the first song I ever heard by him was, I think it's called Empty Walls. Or Sky is Over. Sky is Over, that's what it was. But he also has a song, I believe, called Empty Walls. But it's just him doing his thing. It's all really good stuff. It's really heavy, though. So I do know that, like, when I do listen to System, I do like System of a Down, and I like Serge Tankian, but there's a point where, like, I think heavier? I listen to it so much.
Is it heavier
his stuff,
than,
his solo?
Like, System? Yeah.
I feel like the words, not the words. I feel like it's, like, it's been a minute since I've listened to it. Yeah.
Well, I'll listen to it. Everybody's homework
I
is
wouldn't
to
say
go
it's
listen to
heavier.
Some Serge.
Yeah. I wouldn't say it's heavier, but I would say the words that he says are, like, you can kind of hear him clearer than you can hear him in System of a Down, if that makes sense. Because it's just him. But I'm also going off of memory, because I haven't heard his stuff in a while. So don't quote me. Nobody quote me. This whole thing's quoting. It's okay. But yeah, so I did that, and then I watched some more Love on the Spectrum. That's basically what I've been doing.
Yeah. Did you finish it yet?
No. No, I did not. I didn't finish it. Did you finish it?
I finished it yesterday. And I'll tell you, the way I fucking cried, it was so good.
Good tears. Okay.
I have my reservations with Love on the Spectrum, but when I see, like, what was her name? Pari? The girl who really liked trains. Did you meet her yet?
Yeah. I know who she is, yeah.
Like, I resonate with her character and, like, her mannerisms and, like, when I see them, like, I feel like that show does a good job of, like, giving autistic people a platform to be authentic.
Yeah.
In a way that doesn't make them a spectacle. You know what I mean? Like, it feels, to me, I'm nervous because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, and I know there are people who find the TV show to be, like, infantilizing autistic people, and I do see that in some of the music choices that they use and, like, the cut scenes or stuff like that. So it just depends, but also I think, I don't know. I really like the cast. Like, I like the people that are featured. I love Connor. I love James. James is so good. Like, he's really funny to me. Tanner, I love Tanner. I follow Tanner with the Tism on fucking Instagram, and I follow Connor on Instagram, and I follow Georgie on Instagram now.
Oh my god, I forget these people have social media handles.
I know. Connor just hit 1 million followers. Great job, Connor. Woo, we love you. Yeah, I was looking at his reels. He had just went to Universal Studios, the Dark Universe stuff, and he got to meet Toothless for the first time, and it was really cute. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was really, really cute. So that is something that I was watching. I also watched a movie today called Freaky Tales, and it came out last year, and it's kind of an anthology movie, but the 3 anthologies all connect at the end, and it's really cool. And it's set kind of in the 80s, and it follows 3 different storylines. One of them is 2 punks that have, like, this underground punk club that they go to, and they, like, all kind of co-op own and, like, fix up, and, like, they have punk shows there and stuff. But these Nazi skinhead punk ass bitches come around, and they fuck everything up, and they, like, destroy their equipment. They beat the shit out of everybody, and they're like, show's over, and it's them dealing with that. Really satisfying ending, by the way. Really highly suggest it. If you're a real American and you hate Nazis like you should, you'd really like that movie. And then the second one is about these 2 girls that have a rap duo called Danger Zone.
Danger Zone, watch out.
And they cross over with everybody. Like, everybody's story crosses over into everybody else's story.
Interesting.
And then the third story has Pedro Pascal in it. And he's what is it called when, like, someone owes you money and you hire someone to go, like, either get the money or beat the shit out of them?
Like a hitman?
That's what he does. Yeah, but he's not supposed to kill them. He's supposed to get the money.
Oh.
I don't know.
It's not like a private detective or
grunt?
anything.
No, because that would be legal. This is not legal. But he does that, and
an illegal private detective.
Yeah, so... And then
inspector? I don't know.
It all accumulates. Well, it's not like a legal thing. It's like if you owe money to the mob, and then they send a guy to collect. That's Pedro Pascal.
I think you're right. I think a goon is right. Oh my gosh. He's the goon? Mm-hmm. What the heck?
It's really, really good. And then it all culminates with this guy that they tried to kill, or they killed his girlfriend, and he's on a basketball team he's one of the basketball team players for the Warriors, and he, like, goes on this revenge arc. And
what'd the girlfriend do? Nothing.
Be too close to somebody who they wanted to hurt, basically.
Blah.
But yeah, go see Freaky Tales. It's really good. It's satisfying. It's punchy. It's fun. Like, it's fast paced. I really highly suggest it. I've been playing Hearthstone a lot recently, mostly just Battlegrounds. But I got, like, I'm hard focused into Hearthstone right now on my, like, that's like my little phone game that I play. And I picked up Pokemon Snap again.
Oh,
I play that, like, I'll play like 1 or 2 little, like, area runs a day or something just to kind of, like, wind down.
Did you beat Pokemon Snap?
I haven't 100%ed it. Like, there's still some shots that, like, the really hard ones, or, like, the ones that I'm not looking the shots up to like go figure out, because you know sometimes it's like lure this Pokemon 70 feet away to where this Pokemon is, and then hit the button that makes sound while also throwing 3 apples, and then also throwing the orb, and then like, you know. So like some of the Pokemon Snap secrets are like really secretive. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I haven't found everything.
Okay.
I love Pokemon Snap. Let me know if you guys want to talk about Pokemon Snap. I can go on a thing about it.
We can talk about Pokemon Snap. It's fun. I like it. I think I like the water levels, like when you go underwater. Gosh, what's the Pokemon that you go in the water and all of those Pokemon like come together and make that one big one? That thing's freaky. Oh gosh, that thing scared me the first time I played it.
Yeah, I know which one. I can't remember his name. I feel like they're like minnows or something.
Yeah. Yep.
Listen,
but it's scary. But you're right. I do like
Pokemon are hard for me.
And then you said Dead Space. So I wasn't able to make your stream, so I didn't know. So did you beat it or did you not beat it?
No, I did get another chapter down. I have 5 chapters left.
Okay.
So, about a month and a week, and I should be done with Dead Space. Because it takes me so long to get a chapter done. I only get like 1 chapter done per stream.
Oh, that's how I am with Doom. That's why Doom's been taking me a while.
Yeah, it's hard. It's a long game.
While. It is.
And then I started reading this book that I picked up because I wanted something really light and fun and easy to read. And it's called I Love You S'more. And it's a sapphic young adult book about an enemies to lovers story at summer camp.
Oh.
And it's just very fun and cute and light. It's not smutty. It's just a cute, like, innocent, like, teenage love story, and it's very cute.
I gotcha. There's a comic book called Pumpkinheads that kind of reminds me of that a little bit.
Cute.
Same thing. Just lighthearted, all that. But it's not enemies to lovers. It's more like friends to lovers. So
that's different. See, I need them to hate each other.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, cool. Thank you for sharing what you're getting into this week with us.
Yeah, thank you for sharing yours. I realized I never gave you your prompt. I was just like, oh,
it's okay. I don't need it. We kind of let into it with Love on the Spectrum anyway. I didn't cut you off, right?
No, you didn't. I was done.
It sounded. I thought that was your last one. I picked up on a social cue. I know it's real weird for someone with autism like me, but I saw that social cue and I picked it up.
Mm-hmm. And then I was like, "Oop! I didn't say it. I didn't ask her." And then she was like, "Just going," and I was like, "Here she goes. Go, Tiff. Go. Fly.
Go, Tiff, go." Yeah. Do you have anything you want to get off your chest before we really dive into the podcast today?
Besides me yawning,
you're like.
I'm kind of okay. I'm gonna be like a grumpy old person about it. So
what's so funny is like, it's not a grumpy old person. You're probably just like a normal grumpy person about it.
I probably am.
Not even grumpy, just a normal person. You're like, You're never grumpy. So if you're grumpy about something, it's usually something that I would be heinously upset about, and you're like, man, that sucked. And then you move on.
That's true. It's kind of like when I feel like I'm complaining. It's because I don't ever want to put like,
you're like
my
I'm complaining, and you're
somebody.
really just you say you're complaining, and you're really just like talking about the things you're going through. Like, it's not complaining.
But this is why we talk, so you can tell me that like, hey, you're good.
Hey, guess what? You're actually just being a totally normal human.
Yay! So my thing is just when things get outdated, I think would be my thing. And it's more like it's work related, and it's also like, I mean, obviously we got the, I'm going to call it a modem router because it's exactly what it is. We're testing it out, by the way. It's a combo one. I said I got separate, but we actually got a modem router and then we got another modem. So we have to.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. All it's going to do is the router is just going to do the job of a router because you don't have it plugged into the initial source. So you're fine.
Right. Okay.
That's what we used to do too.
I literally told you we weren't going to do that, and then I did. But it's okay.
Yeah, but you still have both, so it's fine.
Yeah, so that's good. So it's just when things get outdated, and then you're kind of like, okay, but like you can't fix it because it's like when you get a new phone, it's like anything. My boss, so like, you know, when you go to a place and you go through we have like a little pay kiosk thing. They basically told my boss that, hey, you have to get a new one by the end of May because we're not going to update it anymore. So she just now has to get a new one because they're not going to update it and we can't have it be outdated. So
yeah, it's
just one of those things where you're like, cool. So basically you have no choice and you have to just get a new thing because it's old. I don't know. That's what happened with my phone. My phone was going to be, I was trying to switch phone plans and they were like, oh, well, your phone's not compatible because it's too old. And I'm like, so it's fine.
That's fine. Not how that works.
That's how, well, it's because I was switching phone providers, I guess. And so I was trying to just switch my phone. Works. Oh, well, I got nothing. I don't know.
I'm so
girl,
sorry.
I don't know.
Next time you do anything phone related, you should call me because I can tell you when they're telling you something to sell you something, when they're telling you something because that's actually how it is. Because phone salesmen are so sleazy.
Gross.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. I'll tell you stories off the pod one day about the shit that I've done to cell phones before. And the shit that I've told people.
Oh goodness. Okay.
I worked on commission, right. Bitch, and I wanted to eat lobster.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, because I think we were talking about Best Buy before, and I did actually observe when I was at Best Buy. I did observe, and I was like, the phone people were on their phones. That's basically what happened when I was there. And then I did get helped by a 17-year-old cashier guy. There's only one of them too. It's okay.
Well, yeah. So early morning Saturday. You know. Best Buy is a dying brand. I think we're going to lose Best Buy in the next 10 years.
I mean, I feel that whenever I go in there because it's never really busy. Mm-hmm. I did go to like what would be their online order pickup place, and then it ended up being nothing. Like they got rid of their online order. Like you don't go pick it up at a counter anymore.
Crazy.
You have to go to a cashier. Like you're buying something. Say you have this. They scan a code, and then you wait for them to bring it to you. That's what happened. And I was like, okay. Fun. And then with my experience going to Best Buy, anytime you buy anything electronic, the door's going to go off. That just seems to be a thing. So I looked at the guy and I was like, the door's not going to go off, right? And he was like, no, you should be good. I'm like, okay. So I go through the door and I freaking talked to him like I knew him, like I was his friend. I get through the door and the things go off immediately. And I looked at him and I was like, I told you. Told you. And he's like, you're fine. I'm like, well, tell me the door's not going to go off when they freaking are going to go off. I'm just saying. Everyone's going to think I'm a thief.
That's the anxiety.
Yeah, probably.
This is anxiety. This is anxiety 101.
This is anxiety. So, yeah. But then Saturday I just did a bunch of running around because I was helping Big Snacks had like this big day planned. And I was like, cool, which is totally fine. So I did that. Since I was out, I did like a little return. And this is my little grump, I guess. But I stood in a line at a Staples. Because Staples apparently does Amazon and, I don't know, other returns. And because I was returning these sandals I got from Dr. Scholl's, but I had to do like a happy return location. That's what it was called. And I had to go to Staples. Yeah, sure. Whatevs. And I stood in a line of 10 plus people. I had my headphones on. I had my headphones with me, but I didn't put them on, and I should have. And I witnessed this guy reunite with his childhood best friend, but his wife had no idea who she was. But her name was Barb. Because I listened to that whole thing happen because he was in front of me. And I felt that was so awkward. The whole thing was so awkward.
That is so funny.
Yeah, and then they all talked about how none of them had Facebook and how they all got rid of their Facebooks. And I'm just listening to this whole thing, and I'm like, okay. All right.
That was like the nail salon on Friday.
What?
I got my nails done on Friday.
Yeah, they look very nice.
And thank you. But I was sitting next to this 20-something-year-old getting her nails done, and she is yapping. She's a yap master, and that's fine. I love a good eavesdrop moment. And she's talking to her her nail artist about this guy that she's seeing, who she's been with him for like 3 months or something, and now he's gonna be deployed for 3 months because he's in the military. But he's also like really wishy-washy with her, and she's getting on a bunch of different FaceTime calls with these different people, like talking about this guy with the stylist and like all sorts of stuff. And then she's talking to this guy about the other guy, like trying to get information about him. I guess she's like friends with this guy, and she's like, was so-and-so on something the other night? And the guy's like, what do you mean? And he's like, was he on something? Was he on like drugs or something? And he goes, oh yeah, coke. And I was like, what are the teens doing these days? Coke? Holy shit.
Oh my god.
So yeah, that's so funny. It's just like
what?
I looked at my nail artist, and she looked at me, and we just shrugged.
Like
the girl left.
Day in the life.
The girl left, and she goes, that girl has a lot going on. I said, I don't miss dating. I don't miss being in my 20s. I don't miss any of that. That's too much work.
That whole thing sounded like she was doing too much work. I was like,
girl, she was so hot. She did not need to deal with any of that, I promise you.
Oh.
Yeah, she was a hot girl. If you're out there listening, nail girl from Manifest
Hot nail girl
in Jacksonville, the hot one at the end of the row. Your nail artist had a cool ass fucking ghost face t-shirt on.
Oh, neat.
Yeah. You're too hot to be dealing with that guy. You should definitely dump him.
She'll have 3 months to decide.
This just reminded me of the
right.
the thing you were talking about.
No, yeah. Well, this guy talked like really loud. Like I don't think he means to, but his voice just was like really deep and like booming. I was just like, sir,
the volume of my voice.
And I didn't look at him the entire time. Is the thing. I wouldn't look at him. I was just like, whatever. And then I looked at him. I think he was bald. I eventually looked at him. Yeah, dude. I was like, I can't believe he sounded how he looked. I was like, he's bald.
He sounded bald?
Yeah. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he was bald. You know what I mean?
Interesting. Yeah, cool. I didn't know bald people sounded a certain way, you know?
Apparently they do. I don't know. It's fine. And then my other grub, I couldn't find your yarn.
Yeah.
The Joanne's here didn't have it.
Cool. No, I mean, I love that you tried. I do not need you to help me find it. I'm just gonna go to Michael's and bring this yarn that I have, because it's really a weird color, and it doesn't show up in person the way it looks on images at all.
Yeah. Oh, I should look at the Michael's here. Maybe they'll have it. Let me try one more time. I was like, what if because I thought about it. I was like, I'm right here. I was like, I'll go look. I'm like, wouldn't that be cool? And they really didn't have a lot of purples. They had like one light purple, but I don't even think it was the right kind.
Yeah, this is like a dusty kind of purple.
Okay. Yeah, they just had I was trying to find something that would be like a knockoff, and I was like, no, that's like a royal blue. So I was like, nah, not happening. Not happening. So, yeah.
Cool.
Anyway, so yeah, it was just a lot, and then I just went, so typically when I go and do stuff in the day, I do it in the morning when nobody's there, but I did this mid-afternoon on a Saturday, so that was a me choice.
Oof.
I made that choice.
That is definitely a choice that you made, unfortunately. But you know what? You are God's strongest soldier, and he will never give you a task that you cannot handle.
I did not even know where that was going, and I was like, what is she saying right now? Can I just be Brienne of Tarth and call it good?
Yeah, you are Brienne of Tarth.
Yay!
You're the Brienne of Tarth to my Jesse Lannister. No, Jaime Lannister.
I was like, who's Jesse?
He's the one that they keep in the, they don't talk about Jesse Lannister.
They don't talk about Jesse Lannister.
He's the problem child. He wouldn't have sex with any of his siblings, and they really didn't like that, so they
okay.
They disowned him.
It kind of reminded me of, what was his name? Theon? It was Theon, right? Greyjoy? They didn't really talk about him either.
Theon is the one who, like, got captured. He got changed to Rickon, right? Oh, yeah. His fucking storyline. That was raw. Oh, God. Game of Thrones, man. Oh. So, not to go off on a tangent. I'm going to do that. When I worked at Best Buy, Game of Thrones was probably three seasons deep, maybe even 4, and I hadn't picked up on it at all. I hadn't seen it. And this guy I worked with, his name was Tyler. He said, "What the fuck do you mean you haven't seen Game of Thrones?" And then he lent me every single box. He had the box set of every season, so he lent them all to me. And I was, I was hooked. I was hooked on those Dothraki men.
She's reliving the past.
Oh, but I mean, all the storylines, Rickon's storyline, crazy. The first fucking episode, the first or second episode, they kill the guy you think is gonna be the main fucking character, and you're like, no one is safe. Very safe. Intense.
Yeah,
it was good. Not completely satisfying at the end, but really great when it was great.
Yeah, nah, I agree. I agree, because we all got, every Sunday we all got really hype and watched it, and it was just really cool. That's when it would come out, was every Sunday.
Are you watching Last of Us?
I knew you were going to go there. I knew it. I was like, oh, she's going to say it. She's going to say the thing.
Well,
no.
Not any of the season yet?
No. I mean, not any of the new season, no. But I've seen all the first season.
Have you played the game?
No, but Big Snacks has. So I know
he did
how
not tell
it's
you.
Supposed to go. Well, I know how it's supposed to go. Okay. Calm down.
Well, I didn't know anything going into it.
Oh.
So
yeah,
I
know what happens.
I'm having a really rough time in my heart and in my soul.
I'm sorry.
Thank you for saying that. Thank you.
Are you going to play it?
No, not anymore.
Oh. Okay.
I would have played it if I didn't watch it, but I'm not going to do both.
Oh.
I just don't have the time. Like, I got it. We're good.
Okay.
Maybe when I'm, like, retired in my 80s, because we live in America and we'll be working until we're 80 at this point.
Yeah.
I'll sit down and play it then. There'll be like a remaster of the remaster in VR where you're like, so.
I would hate to verse a clicker. The clickers, I played the first one for a little bit, and I got to, like, the clicker part, and I was like,
clicker?
Yeah,
I barely know
clicker.
her.
Oh, my goodness. I walked right into that one.
You did.
Okay. So,
Cool.
That's my grump. It's just, like, a little bit of little things here and there, and nothing really too detrimental, so.
That's how grumps should be. Little tiny pepperings of, like, well, that sucked. Moving on.
Yeah, basically. How about you? What do you got? You got a little grumpy grumps?
Oh, yeah. I've got some grumps.
Oh, gosh,
I really do. I need to start on Friday.
What?
Friday I went to... Going back to Friday. Friday I went to Publix. Right. And every Friday I get fresh pizza dough from Publix, and I make a pizza.
Oh.
I go over there. There's nothing in the little cooler with the pizza dough. I said, that's weird. There's usually pizza dough in there. So I go up to the little bakery counter and I said, hey, are you guys going to have some pizza dough later today? And the guy looks at me and says, she's making some now. And I said, okay, cool. About how long? She said, like 30 minutes. I did not have 30 minutes. I was on a time crunch on Friday, and I will get back to you about it. So I said, no big deal, whatever. I leave. I get the rest of my groceries. I leave. I say, I just got out of the gym, so I had to go home, take a shower, and then I had a meeting at a coffee shop with some of the people I do the GAM stuff with. And then I also had stream at 6, and I also had something else I was doing. And then I had to go back to Publix too to get the pizza dough, because I was like, okay, well, if it'll be out in 30 minutes, I'll just go and get some after if you're making more.
Yeah.
Fine. So I finally get back to Publix after I do a bunch of my errands. No pizza dough. I said, okay. So I go back up to the front. I said, I was told they were going to make more pizza dough earlier in the day. I just wanted to see if it was still here, if there was any left. And the same lady that said she was making the pizza dough 30 minutes, she's like, oh, it's in the freezer. Okay, so take it out. Give me the frozen pizza. What do you mean?
Right.
She's being so rude. Like, I'm annoying for asking for pizza dough. Girl, you know what I... So I'm frustrated now. I'm on the phone with my mom, too, like, because I try to call her on Fridays just to, like, catch up and talk. So, you know how I'm feeling at this point. Because this lady's being rude to me. I'm on the phone. I have other things to get. Because I'm also grabbing some other stuff that I forgot to grab on my first trip because I was rushing through it. So I'm on the phone with my mom. I'm finally checking out with my fucking pizza dough. Normally, by the way, they roll it out for you. They'll roll it out into, like, a pizza shape. And then they'll put a piece of, like, parchment paper and then fold it in half and put it inside this little, like, plastic, like, open container thing. So I would just have to open that, put some, like, flour down and roll it out a little bit thinner to, like, my liking. No, this bitch gives me a ball of dough. I said, it's fine. It's fine. I know how to roll pizza dough. I'll do it myself. It's not that hard. And it came out really good, so I'm not that upset about it. But it's fine. I'm so frustrated from this lady being rude to me and, like, being on the phone and doing all this stuff. I'm at the self-checkout. I scan everything. I grab my bag. I look at the guy. You know, like, they always have someone watching self-checkout? I look at this man directly in the eye as I put my little green basket back. I say, thank you so much. Have a great day. He goes, you too. I walk out the door. I stop and I'm like, I don't remember swiping my card. I just didn't remember swiping my card. And my mom's like, well, where's your receipt? And I was like, I never grab my receipt. Ever. I just leave it hanging in the machine and walk away. I don't care. Like, sorry. I just forget about it. So I'm like, there's no way that this man would have looked me directly in the face and been like, have a great day, if I had just stolen $30 worth of groceries, right?
Right.
So I finally go home. I'm talking to Troy about it, and he's like, well, just check your bank account and see if there's a charge from Publix. And I go, you're a genius. So I go in there, and I look. I didn't swipe my card. I stole $30 worth of groceries from Publix. So now... The other day, I also accidentally stole a candle, so now I'm worried that they're, like, building a case on me, and, like, one day I'm going to go in there and they're going to arrest me for petty theft. I will pay the $30. I have it. I'm good for it, Publix.
How do you steal a candle on accident?
It was on the bottom part of my cart because everything else was full. Yeah. And it was, like, hiding behind a thing of Coca-Cola. Like a sleeve of Coke, and I don't pick those up and scan them. I just use a little gun to, like, boop boop.
Oh.
So I didn't even move them. My bad. It was my fault. I know. It's fine. And I have another grump. So that's my one grump, is that lady at Publix was kind of a see you next Tuesday, and I think she should be a little bit nicer. Because you never know. It's your fault that I stole them.
It's her fault.
It's her fault. And then my second one is, do you know what's automatically going to piss me off when I go out for a social gathering to a restaurant or a bar? A QR menu. If the first thing you want me to do when I get to your establishment, when I'm in a social setting, is take out my fucking phone to scan a QR code, I'm pissed at you. Fuck you and your QR menu. I shouldn't have to do that. I want a paper menu because everyone doesn't want to pull their phone out at dinner. That's the last time you should be putting your phone out. If you're sitting down with a bunch of friends for dinner, I shouldn't have to pull my phone out. You should have a menu. But the bar we went to the first night, or the first bar we went to on Ghouls Night, had a QR menu. And I was like, this sucks. And I ranted about it for a little bit. And that probably sounds so boomer. But, like, I used to think, like, oh, QR codes are great. That's smart. But, like... Think about it. Especially, like, in today's age. I'm here to have fun with my friends and socialize. Now I'm pulling my phone out. Now I get a notification. Now I'm looking at my notification. Now I'm like, oh, there's something else. And, you know, like, we have squirrel brains now because of the cell phone. So, it's just not a conducive situation for talking to your friends. But we prevailed. And we didn't even sit on our phones that much. And I'm proud of us for that.
That's good.
Those are my two
I
grumps.
I never do that.
The mean lady at Publix made me steal $30 in groceries and QR menus. Those are my two grumps.
I've accidentally stolen chapstick because I definitely put the chapstick on the bottom.
Oh yeah,
And I'm pretty sure
I've
almost
purposefully
stolen
stolen lots of stuff. It's more annoying to me when I do it on accident.
Oh yeah, because then you're kind of like, do you go back?
What's
Did
even
anyone
funnier?
actually know?
Yeah, like, well, yes, they know. I promise, and they know what your face looks like. They have like really high res images of that, and they probably have pictures printed
Stole our
out.
chapstick. It was Blistex. It was the 3-pack.
Oh wow! So technically, you stole 3 chapsticks. So you're going to jail with me, actually.
Hey!
We shouldn't even publish this episode, really.
I know.
But yeah.
So when are you going to go back?
Friday to get pizza dough. So.
Oh my gosh. Could you just like pre-order it like ahead of time so you don't have to like depend on them to have it ready? You know what I mean?
Yes. But I don't want to, like, I like to look for my own groceries, and I don't want to do my whole order like that. I guess I could just do the dough, grab that, and then do my rest of my shopping. It just seems annoying.
I think, well, if you had the 30 minutes, because you didn't have the 30 minutes, you could always be like, hey, could you like hold one for me? I'll come back for it later or whatever. But so it's not normal. But this lady was it, though.
But this lady was mean.
Yeah.
But this lady was mean, and she wouldn't have held it for me because she's a See You Next Tuesday. That's
Can we name her?
That's the fact that you're forgetting. Can we name her?
Patricia.
No,
she's Patty. Petunia.
What? Petunia?
No,
I like Petunia. Okay. No, I like Petunia. Tammy to me is like a cool trailer park cigarette mom.
I see it.
Yeah,
I knew one once.
Was she a cool trailer park cigarette mom?
I don't.
Did she have bleach blonde hair? I feel like Tammy's always had bleach blonde hair.
No, she had a lot of curly hair that she always put in, like, her hair was always up, but I think she lived in a trailer park. She definitely smoked a cigarette, and she was a mom. But we don't hear from Tammy anymore.
And Tammy's are always cool trailer park cigarette moms. Also, there's nothing wrong with trailer parks, by the way. That's not what I'm saying here.
Right. You're just saying this is where
you know what?
she lives.
I want everyone who's listening right now to center themselves. I want you guys to breathe in with me for 4, hold it for 4, and just release it slowly through your mouth for 4.
Ooh. Are you
Box
ready? Breathing. Love it. Okay.
Ready? Are you ready?
I'm ready. Here we go. Wow.
Yeah. Wow, that really worked. What the fuck? All right, let's talk about our glimmers. we should add a box breath every episode from now on.
I was gonna say, like, hey, do we just do a little meditation?
We should do that every episode. I'm gonna do that every time now. We're adding that in.
I'm worried that I breathe too fast. Don't worry, that's just anxiety.
I'm thinking about getting a little journal to carry around with me, like a little tiny one, just to write down little things that make me smile throughout the day, like the small stuff, like my coffee tastes extra good today, like that kind of like a tiny little gratitude journal. And I think that would be really fun. Maybe I'll if we ever get to a place where we have a Patreon, that's I'll post it on there.
Yeah, it should be fuzzy. I don't know why, but I really want it to be like one of those fuzzy journals.
As long as it doesn't get icky. Because I was thinking like moleskin, but like vegan moleskin.
Oh yeah, totally.
Obviously, I'm not gonna skin a fucking mole. I'm not a monster.
Yeah, not a monster. Come on now.
But yeah, tell me. Do you want to talk about your glimmers? Do you want to talk about what made you smile this week?
Yeah, I'll talk about my little glimmers.
I want to hear them.
So the weather was really nice this week. We had a lot of 75 to 80 degree days.
Yeah.
And it was we had the doors open at my job, and it was just I don't know, and it was windy, but not it was that nice breeze, because the breeze was warm, and you're this is just this is great.
It was breezy.
Yeah, it was breezy and living easy.
Breezy, beautiful, cover girl.
Exactly. But they don't sponsor us, so we can't say that. So I wore like 3 dresses 3 days in a row because I was like, I'm not wearing pants. I don't care. And no one else joined me on that train. No one else. Everyone was like, I didn't shave my legs. And I'm like, I wouldn't care if I shave my legs or not. I'm wearing a freaking dress because the weather's nice and I want to feel it on my little shins.
That's right. Good for
my
you.
calves need to live. Yeah.
My hairy shins want to feel the warm breeze, and they deserve it.
Yeah, watch them like flow in the wind. So
I will never let the patriarchy tell me that I can't wear a dress because I haven't shaved my legs. They need to tell those girls to stand up.
Well, there was a girl, I think some of them even do it when, like, I think one of my coworkers, she was going to be in a hot tub, like, with one of her daughters, her only daughter, her daughter. And I was like, oh, she goes, yeah, but I don't think I will. And I was like, why? Or no, she was going to shave her legs so she could sit in the hot tub at, like, a YMCA place. And I was like, no one's going to care. Nobody's going to care. You're going to care.
I promise you, the men are getting in there with hairy legs. They're fine. Right? They're not shaving their hairy legs before getting in there.
Like, I kid you not. During, like, the winter, I do not. Because I'm like, why? It's literally extra warmth. It's my fur.
Well, you live in a cold climate, so that makes sense. It's like
true.
Like when bears get, like, furrier. Like some
I
dogs
hibernate.
Get furrier. Yeah.
Yes.
It's perfect. Do you know bears don't actually sleep the whole time?
I didn't know that, no.
Yeah, they do. They like eat and stuff.
Oh. Like they wake up and eat and then they go back to sleep?
Like go back to sleep, yeah.
Oh, but they aren't like solid. I did wonder about that actually. I feel like when you're taught in school on it, you're just told that they are asleep the whole time.
Yeah, that's not right.
No, it's not.
Justice
but
for the
that
bears.
makes me feel like we can definitely say that's the podcast title. Justice for bears. Oh gosh. So yeah, just wearing different dresses, and then I was like, I only have 3 like good ones. I shouldn't say good ones, but like shorter ones. And I was like, I think I need like it's not even like hot yet. Can I just say that right now? It's not hot. And where I am, there's like the whole front is all windows, so where I sit, we roast. Like I get roasted.
Because of the
whereas
sun
the back
just beating into the windows.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the back of the building's way cooler, and that's where like the break room is. So like I have to gauge the temperature change. But we did turn on the air for I think one of the days, but 1 or 2. But yeah, and then there was a really funny thing where Rufus was being really hyperactive. I forgot what day that was. I think it was Friday. And he basically just he hid in so I have this like shelf thing over here, and it came with like those little one little tote thing that you can like put on the shelf, and I'm not going to use it, so I just gave it to the cats. Like I just brought like furniture in here, and then I just left the tote out there because I just didn't really think about it, and he loves it. Like he's like kneading on it, he's jumping in there, sticking his little head out, and he's just like it's his own little toy. He's so funny. So
yeah,
there's that. Yeah,
love Rufus.
And then he is definitely a character for sure. I think he's everyone's favorite until they find out, oh, he's a shy little baby. Like he's really shy.
What is it about like the fuzziest, softest cats, like the furriest ones that don't like to be cuddled?
I blame we got him.
Luna has the softest fur in the whole world, but like she'll let me pick her up and like nuzzle her for a little bit, but she gets very like, I don't want to be here anymore. Like she I always give her agency, like if I see her laying on the ground, do I want to pick her up and push my face into her fur? Every time. But like I'll slowly approach her I can tell if she wants to be pet or not. So like if I can tell, I won't, most of the time I just let her approach me.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Rufus is just, he is who he is.
Shy babies. And you know what? We love him for it.
We do.
We do. He didn't really have his way, because God makes no mistakes. Rufus on the right track, baby. He was born this way. Meow.
He was born this way. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, because in the previous recording, he was screaming. Oh, man.
I have it recorded.
Okay.
I was like, I didn't delete the recording.
This time. He's not screaming.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. He'll scream. It won't be the first, and it won't be the last, and it'll be okay. But he's He's just a shy little boy. It's because we didn't really have people over when we first got him. So he wasn't really exposed to people. So he only knows me and Big Snacks, really, and my mom.
Yeah.
Because she babysat him before. So,
why don't, if you have people that come over and are going to be coming over, like, often, get those little, chewy, what are they called? The Chuy, CHUY, I think they're called. They're like little tubes of, like, tuna paste and stuff. You make them open and you can, like, give them to your cat like that, you know?
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Have, like, a new person just, like, sit on the floor with it and, like, kind of ignore him, but, like, hold it for him.
Yeah.
And he'll be like, this is a good person.
This is a good... Well, that's the thing. So I had best friendo, I had her pet him while I was petting him, and we kind of did it like that, because he's been known to hiss at... Like, he's hissed at a couple people. I haven't been here for it, but I just knew that he hissed at them, so I was like,
well,
we're going to see if he's going to do it.
He allegedly hissed. My client is actually innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. And I will be representing Rufus in this matter, because I do not like the slander on my client's name right now.
That's fair. He's probably very offended right now, actually.
Yeah, and honestly, we're adding that to the lawsuit. We're going to be asking for damages.
Oh my gosh. You and him
and defamation of character.
I didn't know you and him were, like, in cahoots, like, talking and making plans. All right, sorry.
We have a group chat. Kit Kat is in it, too.
Oh, my God. You know too much.
Kit Kat is the witness. He's my star witness.
Kit Kat kind of secretly hates Rufus.
Kit Kat is my smoking gun. That's why he's such a good witness. Because he doesn't even like my client, but he knows the truth.
Oh my gosh. I thought you were going to say he's your goon.
He's my goon.
You're going to send Kit Kat out to get your money. Well, I guess Rufus's money at this point. But also your money, because he's going to use his money to pay you. Yep.
Bitch better have my money.
Yeah, it's good.
For sure. That's cute.
Was that it? Oh, and then client relations is what I called it. It sounds so official. Basically, I just saw a lot of cool clients this week, and it's cute when the clients are like, you know, hey, let's reschedule. I'm like, okay. And then, like, when they're going to reschedule next, they're like, wait, are you going to be here? Like, they ask me, even though I'm not the one that's even doing their hair. They're like, are you going to be here, though? And I'm like,
you're such a good egg. People just like being around you.
I guess so.
You have really good vibes.
I try.
You're pure of heart. You're pure of heart, Purp.
I'm pure of heart.
You are.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was cool. This is really meaningful. They're like, not that we don't like the other girl, but, you know, I just like you. Or, like, you know, I think I was talking to someone.
They hate your best friend.
They don't hate.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry, best friendo. No one hates you. I'm just joking.
She knows. She knows. I tell her about it, and I'm like, because there's one client that bounces between both of us so she can see both of us. And I'm like, you guys don't have to do this. Like, you're literally here to get your hair done. Like, that's why you're here.
Maybe
but they're not. They're there. Well, yeah, no, they're there to talk. And you would like one of them. Yeah. You'd like one of them. She likes to definitely, she talks about these guys that she works with. And the behavior sounds like they're in a frat. Like, it's frat behavior, but in a corporate world.
Hey, the way I'd be on the phone with HR every day, I'd be a total bitch about it.
Yeah, well, like, they had her just, oh, gosh, I could just tell you all the things, but I won't do that to her. I don't want to dox her. It's her
don't
story.
dox her. Don't dox her.
I won't dox her. I don't even know where she works.
She can be a guest. She can come tell her story on the podcast, though. Not really. Yeah. We don't do guests.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah,
no guests allowed on the Tell Us Something Good pod. Sorry.
No guests. None. So it was just cool. And then there was like someone else that I was like, I'm sorry, like, if you don't want to talk right now because it's supposed to be a place of relaxation. And then they were like, no, I like talking to you. And I was like, oh, okay, we can yap. Let's yap. Yay. So I don't know. I just do my thing, and it was just cool that people care, and you could tell. So that's my glimmers for the week. I just thought it was cool. It happens every so often, but I've never actually shared it until now. So it was neat. But
I'm glad that it like registered with you to say it. Like, I feel like when we do this, it really like, that's why I wanted to start the gratitude journal, like, because having to think every week of like, oh, what happened this week, like something every day like will happen that could make you smile, you know?
Yeah.
Even if it's just little, but it's good to like always have that, like, looking for that in the forefront of your brain type of thing.
No, it makes sense. I mean, I feel like my gratitude journal is the happy jar that I have.
Oh yeah, your happy jar.
Yeah, it's over.
Well, not knowing where it is not a great start, but
it's somewhere.
Hey, you know what that means? You have a task. Find the happy jar.
It's probably it's probably up there. It's probably back. It was on the floor. That's how I know it's probably back there. Because it's definitely not over here.
You should start using you should definitely get into it by the time I have my gratitude journal, and then we'll do like a 100th episode or 50th episode where we like on our milestone episodes, we can like read our glimmers and talk about them and just do a whole episode of that. That'd be cool.
Yeah, no, it'd be great. My thing is like the happy jar is supposed to go like a whole year. So that's kind of the point. Oh,
never mind. Cut that.
Cut it.
Do you want to hear about my glimmers then?
I do. I definitely want to hear about your glimmers. Please tell me your glimmers.
I have a lot this week.
I'm glad. That's good.
So the first thing I want to start with is one morning I was laying in bed still, like kind of moving slow. Troy got up to like feed the animals and opened all the doors in the house because, we keep the animals out. And Luna came into my room and I was laying like on my tummy. And she like got right here on my back and put her face like in the crook of my neck, like where my ear is, and was just like kneading me and purring so loud. And that was just like the cutest fucking thing, like nuzzling her cute little kitty nose like into my like crook of my neck and like just purring and like kneading me. She's just... That's what I mean, like, sometimes she's so cute and sweet and loving, and, like, sometimes she just needs her space, and I have to respect that, because I love her very much. It was really cute.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's so good. I was gonna say, has she done that before?
Not to that extent. Like, she also really likes to get into Troy's hair. Like, after he takes the shower, she loves to, like, rub her face into his hair. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
On Friday, between the two Publix trips, sandwiched in between, like the delicious cream of an Oreo cookie, was a meeting I went to at this really cool local coffee shop really close to my house called Saloon Coffee, where I met Jolene, and she is a barista there. She had her dog there. Her name was Rhonda, and she was a pit bull, like a Staffordshire Terrier puppy. So like my dog, but as a puppy. And I never got to see Rex as a puppy, so it was really cute. Like,
Rex is a puppy.
I know, I can't even imagine what that would be like. He'd be the cutest. I just know it. So I got to meet Rhonda. I got to meet Jolene. Jolene's really cool. She like is as a musician, and she's a clown, like a legit clown. And she also is like she's gonna start nude modeling for like the artists, people draw like new. She's gonna be a nude model for that. Like, she's just really cool. And
wow.
My friends from GAM met me there, and we took pictures and like measured the space. So we're thinking about moving and doing a cozy gaming stuff there. It's a really cool space. They have a huge wall full of community aid where people just bring stuff that they don't need anymore and drop it off there, like extras of stuff. They have so much like Narcan, Plan B, like literal Plan B. Yoink. Now I have Plan B in my room. Just for like, just take it for free. Yeah. It's really cool.
What's it like on? Like, what's it sitting in?
It's just a big, like, those metal racks they have in like warehouses.
Yeah.
You know when Crow is playing TCG, the TCG cards?
Yes.
Like that other room he has where he keeps all of his stock? Like those metal racks. Yeah. Except
instead of trading cards, it's Plan B.
Plan B and Narcan.
And Narcan. Oh, cool.
And art supplies and feminine products and food and pet supply, like literally anything you don't need. And they also have a box of fancy business casual and business attire for teens and young adults that are going on like their first interviews and stuff, that people can just kind of pick through and take what they need or bring if they need. They have like a little local art space in the back that someone rents out, and their paintings are everywhere. They're so beautiful. She's got this one painting that I like.
Oh my
I'm honestly
gosh.
thinking about saving up money to buy. It's so gorgeous. It's like a woman in a white dress, but she's like covered in blood. It's like really cool. And that was a glimmer. I liked that. Last night, I went to Ghouls Night, which started out as Girls Night, but one of us is non-binary, so we have to change it to Ghouls Night.
Got it.
Totally cool. My friend Fable is the best. I would do anything for them. And we had a lot of fun, and I got to do a karaoke song, and I met a guy. What was his name? Chuck. It was his birthday. He was 47, and he was missing his left ring finger. And he was wearing a Shocker shirt. You know, 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink.
Oh, got it.
And I was like, this man has a sense of humor. Because he has like a natural shocker now. Since he told me he lost his finger. He told me the whole story. It was so gross. Where his like, it was a work accident where his finger actually got, what do they call it? When all the skin comes off of the bone. Degloved. What
is that called?
His finger got degloved. Oh, sorry. Trigger warning. But his finger got degloved. Super cool guy. Neat. We went to Veg Fest today. I had really, really good food. Like, food that cured my soul and made me smile.
It looked really good.
Oh, it was really good. It was like Puerto Rican fried chicken, but it was mushrooms. And vegan mac and cheese in a bowl that was made of mofongo. And it was so good and perfect. It had this killer sauce on it. What is mofongo?
Yep.
Okay.
What was the thing that was orange? There was something that was orange that you had.
That's what I'm talking about. Mofongo is a dish made from Puerto Rico with plantains as its main ingredient.
Oh, interesting.
So it's like a bready plantain. It's so good.
So you eat the bowl too. The bowl is part of the meal.
Yes.
That's cool.
It was really good.
I like
that. So that was really fun, and I got my favorite banana pudding from the vegan lady that does banana pudding, and I got her last jar of it, and that felt cool.
Wow.
And then my final glimmer is that last week, Troy got up at 11:45 p.m., and he got me a Switch 2 pre-order. And that was he literally was up until 1:40 fighting the internet trying to get it for me, because we both got up at first together, and at like 12:30, 12:45, like it was almost 1, I said we should just like let's go back to bed. And he's like, okay, like let's go back to bed. And he was on his phone for a little bit, like kind of just flipping through the different stuff. I fell asleep. And then I woke up in the morning and he said, you got a Switch 2 pre-order. And it was really cute. Aww. And it's a really big thing because he really loves his sleep. It's really important to him. So I really appreciated that he did that for me.
Where did he go through?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Just curious.
I don't know, and I don't care. I have a Switch.
I was just asking because there were like places that were having like it crashed, and I was like, oh, okay. Like I think Walmart crashed.
Someone got it from Target, like paid, and then their order immediately was canceled.
Oh, well, what was it? Your one friend.
That.
Your one friend. What was it? Poppy Panda.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. They talked about their like Switch 2 story, and I was
that's who I was talking about.
Oh, okay, same person. Okay. It just sounds so stressful. But and when do you get it? June, right? Because it comes out in June, I thought.
Yeah, it comes out June.
Wow.
It comes out soon.
I want to say it's 9th, but I could be wrong.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I know I have to take off. I know I'm taking off that day for its delivery, so it doesn't just sit on the porch.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's good. I was going to ask you to go pick it up or get it delivered, but...
I wanted to pick it up, and I was going to do a midnight pickup. We were trying to get it at Best Buy for that reason, but Best Buy website was not with the shits.
No, I hear it. It's good.
It wasn't working. It just wasn't loading. Nothing was loading. And then, it was like 12:15, and it still said, like, coming soon on their website. for the Switch 2, and we're like, I don't know what's going on, but we need to figure it out. So,
well, when I did go to Best Buy, they did have they had those pillars outside the doors, and they did have the Switch 2 decorations on them, and I was like, oh, that's cool. That was it.
Must be nice.
Oh. Yeah, I was like, that's great. So, I don't know where anything is in Best Buy.
I'm just gonna pay it off $50 a month. I'm just gonna call it.
Do it up.
Put it on the credit card.
Yeah. Hey, do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do, Tiff.
I don't have to do it. There's no launch games that I want, but I got it.
Well, you wanted it because of the GameCube, right? Because you like the GameCube stuff.
I'm gonna play the shit out of those GameCube games. Even though my favorite GameCube game isn't even on it, Lost Kingdoms.
What is it?
Nintendo, I know you're listening right now. Please put Lost Kingdoms. Actually, Nintendo and From Software are both listening right now, I'm sure, because we have millions of followers and listeners every week.
Thanks,
please add Lost Kingdoms to the GameCube NSO on the Switch 2. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dang. You know what else is great? The fact that you know what another nice little glimmer is for the podcast? Even though we got delayed from when we wanted to do this, we have glimmers now because of that.
That's right.
We actually have listener glimmers and a couple. I took a screenshot of the ones we got from the answer from our Instagram stories, so I have those. I can read those 3 if you want to read the one that we got in our DMs.
Yeah.
I'll go first since I'm already here.
Yeah, go for it. Go.
Poppy Panda the Wise said that their glimmer was taking their kid to his baseball game. And that's so sweet. Thank you for sharing that with us. I bet that was a really fun experience. I hope they got a hole-in-one or whatever it is they do at baseball.
What? A home run. It's a home run.
Yeah, sure. Whatever you call it. You can call it whatever you want.
Right. Parent support is great, though.
The rules are made up and they don't matter. Thank you so much for sending us in your glimmer.
Yeah, thank you.
Another glimmer from our friend Great_Kraken who said, someone made me a playlist. And you and I, Purp, we know that playlists are a love language because we share a playlist and we love sharing music together.
Yes.
So that's awesome. Do you remember being a kid, like making playlists for your friends or like burning CDs for your friends and like writing something cute on the CD? This is so fun. And then our friend Anonymous Crow says their glimmer is realizing that other people's assumptions aren't your fault.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's true.
So true. And I kind of like that because I do worry about what people think about me sometimes. Because, you know, I'm a little bit of an awkward possum. But
are you?
In person, yeah.
Okay.
Like in person Noted. I'm a little weird.
I love awkward and weird.
Perfect. You're going to really love hanging out with me one day.
Yeah, it'd be great.
I do better if there's an activity.
Okay.
Like if we're at an arcade, like I'm not very good at like sitting and having coffee or like drinks with somebody. I don't know really what to talk about. But I am good if there's like an escape room, axe throwing, like the arcade, like something like that.
Play pinball. Yeah, no, I got you.
Play some fucking pinball.
Yeah, I always could play pinball. I probably should just get a machine at this point. Yeah.
Probably.
Oh. Okay. So I'm sorry, can you repeat it again?
Repeat what?
Oh, the glimmer.
Oh, what Anonymous Crow said?
Correct.
Other people's assumptions of you are not your fault.
Okay. I wanted to like reiterate and then I was like, I want to make sure I word it correctly.
Yeah. That's really true. That's true and that's really smart. You can't control the way people perceive you. And some people are like just dedicated to not liking you. And that's fine. You don't have to listen to those people. They probably suck.
They probably stink. They probably don't shower, Tiff.
They probably have stinky asses.
Yeah, they probably do. They probably don't even wipe.
Yeah.
That's probably what you were saying, actually. But, you know, I was just trying to just, piggyback. But yeah, I mean, you can only control, I forget this sometimes, but you can only control you. You can't control what other people do. So.
Or think.
That's what
especially think.
Also, I don't really ever assume things either. That's usually why I usually prefer someone's really direct with me.
You ask a lot of questions.
I'm not assuming anything.
That's why you like having autistic friends, because we're just like, we're very as a matter of fact.
Yeah, it's great. It's wonderful. And I always just tell people, I'm like, I don't assume anything, so just tell me like it is, because I'm not going to get it otherwise. Or I make a very conscious effort to not assume, like, I could think this way, and I'm like, but they didn't say that, so I'm not going to think that way.
I was going to say, because doesn't that lead into your anxiety, assuming other people's emotions, or maybe not assuming? Maybe. Or maybe, like, expecting the worst? Aren't expectations a type of assumption?
Yes, so that's why I don't expect anything. That's what it be. That's how I function. Okay. That's how I live my life. And then
one day at a time.
Just living it one day at a time. That's it.
Yeah, we have a last glimmer. A glimmer.
Yeah. Glimmer. We do know her though. So, Riku, she, her.
The best.
My glimmer this week is just to celebrate my awesome relationship with my neighbors. The kids have friends to play with and have sleepovers, and I have 2 awesome people to hang out with and talk to. Yay. The kids are also going to start a little garden soon, too. I'm excited for them to learn how and to hopefully celebrate their crops.
That is so cute.
It is really cute. I never did that as a kid.
Cute. A garden?
Yeah, we did like a planetarium. That's it.
I did the grow your own butterfly thing, where they send you like the caterpillars and they give you like this big like soft cage, and the caterpillars live in there, and then they form chrysalis, and then the monarch butterflies are born and you release them.
Yeah, so we cut a 2-liter in half and then put dirt in it, planted some seeds, and watched it grow after we set it outside.
Cool, yeah. That's neat.
That's what we did.
I didn't grow any. Oh, I think my mom had like a small garden when I was a kid.
I don't know what plant it was. I don't even know what I planted.
I think she had cucumbers for sure. I feel like I remember cucumbers and strawberries.
That sounds like a fun time. I like those 2 things. I had some strawberries today. They were hella good.
Those 2 things.
I like those 2.
I like those.
My heart. Oh my gosh. Okay, can I tell you actually a very fun... Okay, it's a very random fact. It's very random.
Not yet.
Okay.
I want to say something first.
Okay.
Thank you guys for sending in your glimmers. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
If you're listening right now and you said, man, I wish that Purp and Tiffany would celebrate my glimmers on the podcast, guess what, you dummy? We will if you DM us. Just go over to Instagram, search up Tell Us Something Good Pod, and give us a follow and send us an Instagram DM. We would love to talk to you about your glimmer and tell the world about it. Please remember, if you don't want your username said, to let us know what you want to be called. And please try to remember to put your preferred pronouns in the message so we know.
Yeah.
Now you can go off on a little side thing. Sorry.
Oh, no, you're good. I was like, oh, that's right. We got to close that up and then open.
We got to say thank you. Yeah.
Got you. Thank you. Yes, thank you. I know. Whenever you say thank you, I'm like, they're probably like, Purps isn't thanking us. And I was like, I am,
that's
though.
It. Hey, isn't that an assumption?
See, I'm not good at it. I'm not always good at it. I just am like, oh, it's like, it's a thought, right? It's a thought, and I just verbalized it. That's all.
Sometimes, sometimes you have to like say the thought out loud for it to be like, oh, that's silly.
That's true. That's true.
But you have to get to the part where you say that's silly and not just harp on the idea that it could not be silly. You know what I mean?
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Do you know?
That's
do
silly.
You know what I mean?
Do
you know what I mean? Okay. Now, tell me your side story before we tell our positive news stories that we found.
Oh, it's just a fun little fact. So when something like, so it happened to me when I was watching Love on the Spectrum, and I noticed I did it because I did it right now, a little bit. I do this, I don't know why I started doing it. It just happens. When something really gets me in the feels, like something really cute happens, I don't know, I'm like, it's something usually really cute that I'm watching on, like I'm watching it happen somewhere, whatever.
Yeah.
I pat, that's it. It's like, ah!
It's a physical, like, representation of your heart fluttering.
I think so, yeah. Like, oh, my
Yeah.
heart palpitations. That's it.
That
That was my fun fact. Yeah, I don't know if anyone else does it, but fun fact, I do.
Maybe it's like a version of cute aggression. You know, when something's so cute, people are like, "Oh, I just want to tear you apart. You're so cute."
Yes.
That's like a really common thing. Yeah.
But I never bruise. It's not like I'm smacking myself silly.
Yeah,
It's just
I don't think
like
any of us
pat.
think that you're beating the shit out of yourself. This isn't, what's that movie? Fear, where the girl, like, beats, like, bruises herself. Isn't that what it's called? If you're a movie buff, let me know in the comments if you've seen Fear and if I have the right movie.
Isn't that a game? Is it
It's
both?
also a game. I promise you there's a movie called Fear.
Is the girl...
It's not,
Is she in the
it's not
game?
like the game.
Okay.
It's not like the game.
Okay. All right. Oh, goodness. Okay. Do you want to share your article or do you want to share my art?
Is it, am I first? Am I first this time?
I don't remember.
Okay, I'll just go first, because honestly, guess
Go.
what? We make the rules.
Yeah, it's our podcast.
Let me get some water. If you're listening right now, drink some water.
Drink some water, please. This is the part where you drink some water.
And that's what I'm drinking today, by the way. Water.
Water.
Because it's 8 o'clock at night. I'm not going to drink anything else. I haven't even eaten dinner yet.
Girl, I'm sorry.
I had a big lunch. We had a big lunch at VegFest. So.
Okay.
Okay. So my story is a fun and lighthearted one. Everyone in a relationship will know how love works in mysterious ways, but quicksand isn't typically involved, right? Typically? No. But never? Also no. Just ask Mitchell O'Brien and Brienne Sika, a new couple for whom falling in love first meant falling in quicksand.
Tell me more.
O'Brien, 37, and Sika, 36, were both single and interested in the other, but under the impressions that it wasn't being reciprocated. And this carried out for a while until a mutual friend asked them that they told them to just go on a fucking date. Like, just go out on a fucking date. So they went to this place called Van's Beach, which is somewhere in Michigan.
Somewhere in Michigan. Never been there. Couldn't tell you.
It says, hold on. The ads and the, you know, like when the ads reset on the article page?
Yes.
And everything
You lose
moves
your
around?
spot?
Yes.
Yes.
Fuck
that
you
happened to me a
guys.
lot, and I was so annoyed. I was like, can we stop this, please?
So O'Brien and Sika, they go on their first date to this place called Van's Beach, which is in Lalanu County, north of Travis City. Okay. They were looking for these things called Leland Bluestones, which are a bizarre and seemingly natural beach treasure and a relic of Michigan's industrial past, which was made up of blue glass and various chemicals.
All right.
At one point, says O'Brien, Bree points to a spot on the beach, which was right... I'm literally going to kill you guys. Hold on. I'm just going to copy and paste this. It's really
She's talking
pissing
about the
me off.
article. She's talking about the article, not the...
Not the people in it.
Not the people.
Hey,
No.
guess what website? I have a gun.
What?
This is even worse. You know where I'm going to post this?
What?
Not post it. I'm going to copy and paste it into Discord.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Okay. Hold on, guys.
Holden. We're holding. What did you mean Traverse City? Or is it Travis City? Never mind. I'm just going to...
It says
Wow.
Traverse. It says Traverse City. So they went to
Okay.
Van's Beach. They went to Van's Beach,
Oh.
located in Lalanu County, north of Traverse City, which is a prospective they were looking for those Leland bluestones. Okay, we're back here. The chemicals. Got it. O'Brien says that at one point, Bree points to a spot on the beach, which was right next to the water. And she goes, that looks really dangerous. And he didn't realize that she was referring to a singular spot. He thought that she just meant like the whole area looked kind of dangerous. So he ended up turning around and walking right into that spot to see if there were any stones in the water. Immediately sinking to his waist. First of all, quicksand seems so scary to me.
I remember this being a thing.
I did not. Yeah, growing up, I thought it would be a big thing in my life, but up until I'm 34 and I've never encountered quicksand, so I've kind of written it off as maybe just something that I didn't have to worry about. And then I read this article. So this man sinks up to his waist in quicksand. And not only that, this is the second time in his life he's been caught in quicksand.
Oh yeah, yep, that's right.
What the hell? So he's trying to dig the sand out from under his waist, only for it to be like immediately replenished with like the cold waves that came back in, because it was they were also at like the edge of the beach. It says at one point, hold on, I'm so sorry. So she was trying to help him get out of the water as well. And she could not. He's a big guy. He's a big tall guy, right? So she can't get him out. So they're trying to call 911 now. And they have really bad cell service. And it says that at one point, the Detroit News reported that the operators thought they were telemarketers and hung up on them, but eventually they received connection enough to explain the situation. O'Brien, the man that got stuck, he said, at the end of me telling them what was going on and where we were, I said, I think my girlfriend is calling as well. He said that she's 20 feet away and she was on the phone as well with 911, saying at the exact time, my boyfriend is here. He's stuck in the sand. It's their first date, guys. They're in love. And that was the first time that they had called each other that. They finally got out. 3 rescuers came with rope, pushing, digging, and pulling, and they got O'Brien out. What do they call it? The soup that appeared to be a mixture of sand and jello. Whew. Quicksand or quickmud occurs in sandy or muddy areas where the understory, whether of like rock, seabed, stuff like that, has eroded away, which is because of the water running beneath it, and it creates a vacuum that quickly fills in with material. And any disturbance, like a footfall, furthers the vacuum of the suck of the material. Kind of like when you have the, like when your vacuum machine like gets stuck on something and it like pulls it harder.
There's a big conniption over it. Yep.
Yeah.
It freaks out.
The number one rule if you're stuck in mud or quicksand is to not fight it or try to struggle free, since every jerking moment will just pull you further and further. To survive this ordeal, you should always seek escape in the same direction you entered from. You won't be able to take a step or jump or generate any forward motion, so the best option is to usually simply allow yourself to fall flat on your stomach. If you have a backpack or a walking stick, hold it in your hands and reach them towards the ground where you want to move, and then begin to wriggle your waist and torso until you can free your legs.
But you can't walk. So how do you just free your legs?
So you like lean forward until you're like trying to lay on your belly.
That'd be terrible. I wouldn't want my belly to touch anything quicksand related. Ooh, that just sounds scary.
Yeah, and then he said, so yeah, they ended up like falling in quicksand and then falling in love because of it. I do obviously have a picture of the happy couple that I would, of course, love to show you.
Yeah.
Which is here. This is them. I like her nose ring. And then she also was nice enough to snap a picture of him literally stuck in the quicksand. That is actually so scary. I can't imagine being there. Couldn't imagine it.
Did it say how tall he was?
No.
Oh, okay. I just wondered, like, how far... you know what I mean? Because
he looks like a, I mean, maybe 5'11", right?
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's kind of hard to tell.
It is, because it's a far away
you-
picture. But
Have you ever seen that guy on TikTok when guys say that they're 6 foot and they post a picture of themselves and he'll like fly to the state they were in and like measure the doorway that they were standing in and be like, nope, you're 5'9".
no,
Or
but
like-
that's very funny.
Or like if they're holding a phone, he can take the phone, be like, okay, I know this phone is this tall, so I'll put this many phones next to your picture and I'll see how tall you actually are. I'll send you
Oh
some
my
of it. He's
gosh.
really funny. But I'm not that guy, so I can't tell you how tall this guy probably is.
Okay.
Plus, what if he has really short, stubby legs? What if he's
That's
got
what I was trying to
a
figure
normal
out.
sized torso and it's just like two little stubby legs running on the bottom? Like, have you ever seen King of the Hill?
Yes.
Like Cotton, Hank's dad. He lost because
Okay.
his shins got blown out in Vietnam.
Mm-hmm.
So now he's got short little legs.
Oh,
He
okay.
ain't got no shins.
I can't picture him, actually. Huh.
Huh.
I'm picturing just the main peeps.
Well, that's my story.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing your story. That was great. I did read that one because I was like, oh, it's in Michigan. I should like read it. And then I was just like, it's quicksand.
I actually
Tiff
passed this game up. It's quicksand, so Tiffany should read it.
You passed what game up?
I passed this up originally, the article.
Oh, okay.
And then I
Yeah,
saw it
yeah.
on another website that I was looking on, and I was like, okay, you obviously want me to do this fucking article, so. Congratulations, Brian and Sika, on your new happy relationship. I hope you guys kiss a lot.
I think it's funny that they had to be told by someone to just go on a date. But, like, why couldn't they just go on the date? Maybe they're shy.
Maybe they're shy.
And at least they went on a date. I don't know if people still... Not that I don't think people don't go on dates, but you don't really hear about... I don't know. At least in my, like... I shouldn't say my world, because it's not my world. But all I ever hear is people that are single talk on dating apps, but then nothing happens. That's what I hear.
Well, I don't know. I met my fiance on Tinder, so.
Yeah, but then you guys went on a date, right?
Like, literally, the weekend after we met on Tinder, we went
Okay.
on a movie date, yeah.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Dinner and a movie.
That's a date, though. You don't
And
really.
I
I don't
did
feel like
not
that's
let
really
him
a
pay
thing.
for my movie.
Okay.
I said, I don't know you. I don't know what you're going to assume I owe you if you buy me a movie. And then I talked to him for a little bit, and I said, oh, you're harmless.
Oh, you're harmless. But you still didn't let him pay for the movie, right?
No, but I did let him pay for my dinner after.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
Huh. Cool. Do you guys get popcorn?
No, I was too scared to eat anything, and I got a bottle of water at the movie theater, and I definitely regretted not having popcorn at the movie theater, to be honest with you.
Wait, you were too nervous?
Yeah, it's a thing. It's like, as a plus size woman on a first date, like you don't
Yeah.
want to eat, you don't want to like eat stuff. It's a thing. It's like a trauma response that we have as plus size women who grew up plus size.
Oh. I
I'm
mean, I
fine with
definitely
it.
have had it.
I'm much better now.
Uh-huh.
I have popcorn and an icy every time I go to the movie.
That's good. No, I used to have that when like I would be around like some dude that like I had like a little crush on. I couldn't eat in front of them. It was terrible. Like
Yeah.
it was definitely a thing where I just couldn't.
That's
but
the
like
patriarchy.
but I liked food, but I
Yeah.
think I was just nervous. Maybe it was anxiety.
Probably part of it.
Or I was just nervous. I don't know. It's a whole thing I'm still trying to figure out. So, no worries.
Purp.
Yeah.
What about
My-
your story?
My story, okay, so I'm not gonna lie, I had a really hard time trying to find literally any good news.
Yeah, it's rough
Um,
out there.
It was really hard. So I was looking with the intention that I thought we were gonna record on Saturday. I looked up on Thursday, And I try to just, like, keep checking, throughout the week, because
Yeah.
I'm taking your advice.
So you changed
say
it.
that you do that. And no, I did not.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I did. Unless I did,
I thought
and I don't remember.
I thought this whole explanation was up, like, you telling me that you changed it.
No, it's just... Okay, so mine... I feel like my story... Oh, shit, did I?
You sent me a link about
I did.
backpackers bicycling.
Oh! Yes. Okay, that is the same thing. Okay,
Okay.
cool. I completely forgot I sent you it. All right,
Yeah.
cool. Yep, same thing. But my thing is... Like, because our stories usually are, like, 100%, like, positive, good news, like, happy-go-lucky, and like, it's still happy-go-lucky, I'd say, but it starts with, let me just go, and then you'll get it. It starts feeling not great.
I'm listening, and I'm not judging.
Okay. So, basically, it's a little lengthy. I should warn you now, it's a little lengthy. So early this year, Tennessee State Senator Bo Watson and House Majority Leader William Lamborth introduced a bill called SB 836, or like Senate Bill 836, which means that public schools have the right to refuse enrollment to undocumented children, and also allow schools to charge tuition to students without legal immigration status. So the bill was delayed to the end of the legislature session and is now dead, at least for next year.
Nice.
So, take that. But there were two teachers by the names of Grace Miller and Kate Livesey, said that they couldn't sit and do nothing about it. So what they're doing is, you got two teachers that are basically like, we don't really give a shit, and we want to help the children. So that's what they're doing. So they founded Pedals for Pencils, which is a fundraising and advocacy effort to equip classrooms and defend every child's right to a free public education.
Fuck yeah. Cool.
Yeah. So, Grace and Kate, they have a mission to bike 300 miles, gaining 30,000 feet in elevation across Vermont, while raising funds to buy essential supplies for their classrooms and also advocate for migrant students. So Grace actually teaches high school geometry for English new language learners, and Kate teaches middle school social studies.
Wow.
So
social studies teachers are almost always like the cool ones.
I feel like they get it.
Yeah.
I feel like they just understand. I forgot it was actually called social studies and not
history.
Because it goes from like social studies to history to then like government or U.S.
government
history
and economics and
yeah. So it's interesting. But they described teaching as exhausting but beautiful, and how nothing could prepare them for the emotional weight of watching policy decisions made far above their heads affect the kids sitting right in front of them.
Yeah.
So that was pretty crazy. But their goal is to have raised $500 each to fund the next year of classroom essentials. And then in the U.S., I have a little statistic. In the U.S., educators spend an average of $500 to $750 out of their own pocket every year.
What the fuck? We already don't pay them enough?
Yeah. So that's the thing, is like, I feel like I hear a lot about it because I work with a lot of parents. Parents
no wonder why teachers
I
was gonna say, no wonder why teachers send home crazy lists of like necessities for kids to bring.
Yep. Otherwise, it's coming out of their pocket.
But I specifically remember like having a big list of school supplies to go get every year, and like and like going to Staples and getting like everything.
Yep.
I loved school shopping, like school supply shopping.
No, it was very exciting. I remember getting like the Lisa Frank folders and like the notebooks.
My Jansport backpack.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. You only need one for your whole entire time in high school. It's so cool. Jansport lasts forever.
I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you what I had. Oh, I had it was like an Eastpak backpack.
Yeah, I think that's like basically the same thing.
Probably. I remember I wrote all over it, and all my friends wrote all over it. It had like patches on it.
Sick.
And I had the straps like very, very loose. So like it was just hanging down to my butt. Don't ask me why. I don't know.
Sounds really bad for your back.
Probably was. It probably was.
I was a one-shoulder girly.
I tried to be. Messenger bags, man. That would mess me up. I never got a messenger bag.
Oh, you know what? I think I did have a messenger bag for a while.
Ooh.
Yeah, like I
Put
probably got it
pins
at
on
like
it?
Hot Topic or some shit.
Yeah.
It probably came preloaded with pins because I got it at Hot Topic.
Yeah. Is that a thing that Hot Topic does?
Did in the early 2000s, sure.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I didn't go to Hot Topic in the early 2000s. I was afraid. of Hot Topic.
So
I was scared.
cute.
I was scared.
It was scary. Good, stay out. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it was good. So, Grace and Kate, they also, anything else that they fundraise will go directly to organizations supporting immigrant families and fighting legislation like the SB 836. And then the SB 836 can't pass quietly. If politicians learn that they can exclude kids from public schools without public backlash, they'll keep going. So dismantling public education piece by piece, and they won't stop. And they already have gathered over $1,000 in donations. So yeah, they're just kind of like riding around and speaking about their stuff, and it's pretty crazy. So I don't know, it's kind of 50-50 on really sharing that, because I was like, you know.
Well, I'm glad you did. I think we should probably post their is it a GoFundMe or something that they have?
Yeah, it's a website.
Cool. Make sure you send that to me in Discord, and I'll not only put it in the thing, but once we post the episode, I'll put a story up that also mentions them and tags them in it, so we can try to get more eyes on it. That's really cool. Yeah. I'll also share it. My fiance's sister is friends with a lot of teachers that I often am around during like family parties and stuff, so it's funny that you said that. I just read an article today. You know how this new administration wants to ban healthcare for trans troops, like trans U.S. soldiers?
Yeah.
What was it? Hold on.
I didn't actually know about this.
Yeah, they wanted to ban that shit. Hold on. The Pentagon has decided to resume healthcare for trans troops, and that not only includes like mental health care and stuff like that, but also stuff like gender reaffirming surgery for anyone who is diagnosed with gender dysphoria.
Yeah.
So yay! Our trans soldiers still get to have health care.
Yay!
And gender affirming surgery.
I wish people would just stop trying to take things away from people that, like, it does not
want to just live their lives. Yeah.
Yes, it does no harm. Just like let them live their lives and be happy with who they are. You know what I mean?
At the end of the day, this whole weird little witch hunt of like, what is it? Somewhere between like 1% and 5% of the population is trans. Like, I promise you, this is not like, this is a distraction, and it's working, because unfortunately there are a lot of people in the country right now who like are scared, and fear turns into hate really quickly, especially when the government and the media pushes narratives that demonize minorities, and it's really quick and easy for stuff like that to happen, and it's honestly it's getting really bad. It's getting really bad. I don't know. I don't know what the secret sauce is. I think the secret sauce, I think I do. I think the secret sauce is getting offline, stop scrolling on Twitter and Threads and reacting with every loser troll, and go out and create community and make friends and talk to people in real life. And like go to your like local places, go to a local coffee shop and like talk to someone you haven't talked to before. Do something different is like, we need to get out. And that's why like I really am so passionate about the Jack's Gaming Club. The only way that we're all going to survive is together. There's a lot more of us than there are of them, and if you allow them to make you hate your fellow American, you're not doing yourself, you're not saving yourself from anything. Like, trans people are not going to fucking do anything to you. Like, immigrants are not going to do anything bad to you. Like, they're just, that guy just gets up at 5 o'clock in the morning and goes to work just like you do. Like, they just want to live their fucking life. So, I don't know.
Like, we all want to just
talk to people you don't fucking talk to.
Yeah, make connection. You got it. Yeah, Tiff, see, when you go, I'm like...
I'm sorry that I went off on a tangent. I'm sorry that I'm ending the pod episode like this, but, like, it's really bad. Like, they're talking about,
matters. Like... It matters.
Making a list of people who are diagnosed with autism. Why do you need that? Do you know who else made lists of the mentally ill or, like, the mentally handicapped or disabled? Adolf Hitler. Like, you guys, we should be a little concerned. We should be watching this and talking about it with people. Because I think a lot of the political discord that we've had 2016 up until now, the last oh my God, almost a decade of political turmoil now our country has been through. Like, people are so afraid now to even talk to each other about politics. It's so taboo to mention something political. And at the end of the day, it's really not even politics to not kill people for being who they are and who they're born as, or being a different race than you and living here. Like, that's not politics. Like, genociding an entire group of people in Gaza is not politics. It's humanism. It's like, it's a humanitarian, like, war crime. Like, that's not politics. Punch a Nazi, be nice to your local mom and pop shop, support local food, and talk to people in real life. That should be your takeaway from me. I'm so sorry. I don't even know if I'm going to put all this in.
It's okay.
I'm upset, and I'm worried about the state of the world, and every time I start to think about it, I think about it too much. And you know what? I want pizza. I'm hungry. You know, you guys know how I go on political rants when I get hungry.
Just I mean, yep. No. I mean, so my article, I was like, well, this is because of this, and then I was like, but it's not always, they're doing a positive because of a negative, which usually it's just all positive. So I was kind of like, do I do this? Like, I was really kind of second guessing it, and I was like, I mean, it's not... Well,
I did the story of the lady who, like, turned her restaurants into soup kitchens during the California fires.
That's true, but that seems to just be, oh, I see, you're taking a bad and putting it into a good. I guess I just kind of felt like it was,
still fresh.
Yeah, I just was like, is this too political to, like, share, but, like, you know what I mean? But then it's like, there's the whole taboo thing where I'm like, you know, we're just going to talk about it. And...
I think if you're listening to this podcast and you've gotten 17 episodes in, you should know that I'm for sure a leftist. Like, you're not going to hear any positives about the current administration from me. You guys should know that by now. If you're listening, that's the type of... And if you are someone who listens to this podcast and does enjoy what the current administration is doing, why are you here? Like, you are not my target audience. But also, if you're gonna be here, although I'm confused by it, I hope that you will listen to what we have to say and really, like, do some internal thinking and reflection, because you're supporting the pain of other people. And like, the face-eating jaguars might not be eating your face right now, but once they're done eating everybody else's face and your face is the only one left, they're gonna eat your face too. So
yeah, they're not your friends.
You know what? I think we should end the stream with a box breath.
I was gonna say, do we need to do some box breathing?
Yeah. How about we end the podcast with a box breath? Okay. We're gonna do. Okay. I'm gonna count us down 1, 2, 3, and we're all gonna inhale for 4. Hold it for 4, and then slowly exhale through our mouths for 4. If you're watching on YouTube, Purp and I will count you down. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, I think Purp and I were a little off on the counting.
Yoga teachers.
But I do feel better. I hope you guys feel better. I'm sorry for riling everyone up at the end, but I hope you have a great day. I thank you so much for listening. Please give us a follow on Instagram at Tell Us Something Good Pod. Send in your glimmers to our DMs, or keep an eye out for the little questions we tend to ask throughout the week on our stories. Hey, Purple Mohawk.
What's up?
Where can we come hang out with you on the internet if we want to do that during the week when we're not listening to the podcast?
I found to say all the things. I got a little bit of everything. Definitely Purple Mohawk 27 on Instagram and Threads and Blue Sky and YouTube. And if you want to see me stream, my next game that I'm going to be streaming is Monster Prom 4, where it's a MonsterCon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When are you doing that?
I'm going to do it this weekend. That's the goal this Saturday.
Well, tell me the time so I can plan my stream around watching yours.
Oh, okay. I'm probably going to do it like around like noon or 1, which is what I was trying to do this past like yesterday. So around that noon to 1, probably should actually do that, because I'm going to do a couple playthroughs, I think, just because it is a lot of reading. Yeah. Oh shoot, is it Saturday? Oh crap. I can't do it Saturday. No, wait, yes I can. Oh shoot, I'll have to do it earlier. Sorry, I just realized I have a birthday party I have to go to.
Oh my god, look who's popular.
It's not until 4. Oh my god, little 3-year-old.
Yeah, stream at 10.
Yeah, I think I'll stream at 10. Good deal. 9 or 10, something like that. Okay, so Twitch, Saturday, Sunday, find me streaming things. Saturdays, I'm going to do Monster Prom 4, MonsterCon, and then I typically do Tomb Raider. And then Sundays, I've been doing Doom, I think? Yeah. I feel like I haven't streamed on a Sunday in a minute.
You've been busy. It's actually only been like 2 Sundays, I think.
Oh, it feels like forever. It's like when you take like 2 weekends off, it feels like a very long time.
I know.
Yikes forever.
Well,
you got
thank
it.
You. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. And then Tiff, what about you? Where can we find you and hang out with you and keep up with all your fun little life activities?
Well, if you really want to hang out with me, if you even care, you can look up Scared Tiff anywhere on the internet. If I exist on that platform, that's how you'll find me, Scared Tiff. It's a pun, like Scared Stiff. It's because I do mostly horror content, but on my Instagram, I've been posting more thirst traps, some vegan food, and some gaming content too. A little bit of that. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. I don't like a niche, and I never will.
Cool.
That's our pod.
That's it.
That's our pod. Thank you guys for coming. Send in your glimmers. Tell Us Something Good Pod on Instagram.
Yeah.
Threads.
Yeah.
YouTube. I'll get there.
Blue Sky?
Okay.
Oh, Blue Sky is TUSG. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, let me start over.
Okay.
Don't forget that you can find us Tell Us Something Good Pod on Instagram, Threads, and YouTube, and at TUSG Pod on Blue Sky. And thank you guys for listening. I can't believe you made it this far. Sorry for ranting about politics again. But also, fuck Donald Trump.
If you learned anything from this episode, take that.
Bye.
Bye.
Glimmers.